back. Welcome back to the 2021 Future Games. Cory McCartney with you, along with PBR Florida's Doug Freeman. We bring you Florida and Georgia here on the final day of competition for the Future Games. Doug, how you doing?
Good, Cory. Thanks again for having me. I'm glad that you decided to have me back after having an experience with me in the first game. So appreciate you taking me back on here for this one.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, that was an audition, and you did quite well.
Well, you know, I do what I can, so we're excited to be back. It's a really good game here.
All right, so we've got Florida. We've got Eric Correa up to the plate right now, taking on Cale Strickland on the mound here. Strickland out of North Oconee High School.
Yeah, 89 there with that first fastball, pretty live arm. Correa's done a nice job offensively this week. Hasn't had much to show for it, but been on time, on the barrel quite a bit. Takes another good fastball in the corner there.
And Strickland is the number 3 catcher in Georgia in the class of 2023 up here, showcasing the arm a little bit.
Yeah, you can see that catcher arm action, pretty short, compact arm action. That's 87, 89.
Correa flies out for the first out of the game, and he'll be followed by Dylan Moquin, the right fielder, to start things off today.
Yeah, Dylan swung well as well. You know, we've got a lot of talented young men here. Stoneman, Douglas. Dylan goes to Stoneman. We got 3 Stoneman-Douglas players here. The starting pitcher, Christian Rodriguez, Dylan, as well as Devin Fitzgerald, Coach Fitzgerald's son over there at Stoneman-Douglas. They do a great job. Ton of talent over there.
Now Strickland starts him off with a ball. The 1-0. Sends that one foul. Strickland, part of a really great North Oconee team this year.
Believe.
Bubba Chandler.
Yeah. And Phil Kerber, I think, mentioned that he might be the son of Scott Strickland. That's correct.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we actually talked to North Oconee coach this preseason about Cale, and he said it's almost like having a second coach out there when you've got a guy who's grown up around the game, and certainly as the son of the Georgia coach, you're going to get a lot of information, a lot of ability to lead. So, gets Moquin with the walk there, so we'll have a 1-out walk. Florida will, and turn things over to J.D. Hay, the shortstop.
Yeah, I think he actually got him in the back foot there.
Oh, well.
But
takes his base nonetheless.
Either way, he's on first. Yeah, Hayes got the MVP of the last game through 2 scoreless innings, 86-88 on the mound. One of the several two-way guys we have on Team Florida. Swung it pretty well. Grounds that one softly to short, and going to get one there. 4-3-6 down the line for JD.
All right, so 2 down in the inning for Colin Priest.
Priest just missed a couple pitches here. He's got a chance, you know, if he runs into one, it's got a chance to go up there about on the road behind center field. He's got a lot of power. Had 9 home runs, I believe, this past season at Mount Dora Christian, just outside of Orlando. Plays on a really talented power baseball team outside of Orlando, so a lot of power and left-handed bat there. Priest.
6'3", 215.
It's up to, I believe, is 102 exit velocity for Priest on the day 1 showcase, so top exit velocity on Team Florida.
Big swing there.
Yeah, just missed that one. You like to see these guys being on time. I mean, that's the thing. Hey, you look for guys. All right, he's on time. You know, is he fouling balls off? Is he just missing them? How are we making those adjustments and trying to get onto the barrel more consistently? So facing a good arm here, see how he adjusts and see if he can square one up.
And Strickland, we noted North Oconee also plays for Team Elite.
Fastball just misses up and away there. Pretty good arm. This young man, 87, 89, pretty consistently. You can see that kind of compact short arm action that he has. A little catcher arm action, not too much to it. Gets out in front, pretty simple. Got a little bit more extended on that one than he has on some of the other fastballs.
ball on the field, so have a momentary break here. Doesn't take Stripling out of his rhythm.
Breaking ball misses up.
Here's the 3-1 from Stripling. Runner goes. He's in time.
2-1-9 there from the catcher from Georgia.
All right, so Priest now has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the first for Florida. Fouls that one back.
You know, that's a pitch right there. You know, we just talked about getting on time and making adjustments, and Priest is a good hitter and is going to continue to get better and better, and that's something that you're going to see a guy that's a good hitter make that adjustment and probably get a chance to square that up if he gets another one. He missed the first one there and gets a similar pitch and fouls it straight back. You'd really like to see him barrel that up. You got 2 strikes, obviously. You like to see him barrel it up anytime, but you see him, guys that continue to get better and better will make that adjustment and, won't continue to foul some of those straight back once they get on time. As you'd like to see, if he gets a similar pitch, see if he can drive one, gap to gap up the middle here with 2 strikes.
All right, the count is full. Shoots that one down the right field line, but will go foul.
There you go. That's what you kind of like to see. Looked like a little changeup that he tried to get in there and just got the barrel out in front of it a little bit. Skied the left there.
Camps underneath it for the out, so Florida unable to take advantage of a runner in scoring position there ahead of the bottom of the first inning. Georgia gets a chance at the play here at the 2021 Feature Games in LakePoint Sports. All right, back in action here at the 2021 PBR Future Games. Cory McCartney and PBR Florida's Doug Freeman. Christian Rodriguez on the mound for Florida here, taking on Zach Lyles for Georgia to start things off.
Rodriguez is the top-ranked uncommitted player in the state of Florida. Should work around 91, 93, on at 92.1. May touch a 5 or 6 here today. Attacks with 3 pitches, gets a lot of swing and misses, was the ace for a Stoneman Douglas team as a sophomore that went to a state title, worked 93 to 96 in the state championship game. I mean, a young man I've got a chance to watch for, the last 2 years, absolutely compete his tail off time and time again. That one's 92.6, and it's as advertised time and time again. This young man goes out there, and it's not just a thrower. He's got to feel for what he's doing. I've seen him, get rushed a couple times and make adjustments and come back and, work off of his breaking ball if he has to. So, really impressive as that's the slider there that he kind of yanks down and away. But is one of those young men you don't typically in Florida you don't get a chance to get them up to this event at this time, but glad to have them here nonetheless.
Another big swing and a miss there. Yeah, he had, in our conversation a couple days ago, he had told me that, a lot of people, when you think about a kid that can throw that hard, you think he's a thrower. But he says he takes a lot of pride in being a complete pitcher and certainly looks to have the arsenal to do just that.
Yeah, it's very under control. He's not – his tempos tends to be very consistent. He's got a quality tempo. He doesn't rush, but he does work with a good pace, and it tends to repeat really well. And not a lot of misses. His misses are fairly small. He works to both sides of the plate, and those guys have a lot of success. He works around, he's able to work the slider off of a really good fastball in a similar slot, and the athleticism lends to him being able to make quick adjustments.
Whew, another punch out for Rodriguez and an impressive start for the Stoneman Douglas product.
Yeah, I imagine he cruises at about 91, 93 for the first 2 innings, and then we might see a few fastballs that he might let eat a little bit as we cruise along a little further.
Yeah, he told me he's gotten up to 96, so we'll see.
Yeah,
that PBR juice gets him today.
He's a young man that doesn't get rattled by much from my experience of watching him. So this is pretty hum-ho for him. That's a great piece of hitting right there from
down the line. Colin Houck. Houck's going to be in for a double. 2-out extra base magic for Georgia there.
That's a great piece of hitting right there from that young man, staying short and driving that 92-mile-an-hour fastball the other way for a double.
All right, so that's going to bring us to a call up here from the junior features game team, Andrew Purdy from Calhoun High School.
Yeah, welcome, young man. Here's 91-93. There's some quality cuts from a young left-handed hitter with a lot of potential. I mean, that's a big frame. Obviously a lot to go off of, and, great experience for him nonetheless.
Yep.
That's a good pitch.
Oh, no.
We don't like him down the middle here.
Going.
I wanted to see another one.
That's right. He's impressed, too.
Draws a walk.
Oh, wow. Well, nice little at-bat there for Andrew Purdy, again, being called over from the junior features game team. It's a walk against the best pitcher he's probably seen in a very long time, and may not see another pitcher like that for a very long time. So Cooper Johnson now comes in, and Cooper Johnson's had a very impressive future game so far. Johnson from Mountain View High School.
Long, lean, left-handed hitter. A lot of these guys are very familiar with each other from the circuit throughout the summer. So
yep.
I imagine Johnson, if he hasn't faced Rodriguez yet in the last year or so, he's pretty familiar with him. So, this Florida-Georgia matchup, these guys face off quite a bit. So should be some good matchups, as that's a really nice pitch there. A little two-seamer running away from good adjustment from Rodriguez.
Runners at first and second, and Johnson swings through.
Again, there's the ability to throw 3 pitches for strikes. I mean, it's not your traditional body type, I would say, for your 6'2" right-hander, but you start seeing the more and more you've broken down the data and the different things that you look at now with release height and how that plays through the zone. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Great job. We'll talk a little bit more on Rodriguez as we get going, as he strikes out the side, works around a double and a walk, and head to the top of the second inning, tied at 0.
All right, we'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. We march on to the top of the second inning here as Florida and Georgia meet in the 2021 future games. Cory McCartney and PBR Florida's Doug Freeman. Cale Strickland continues on the mound for Georgia. Jacob McKenzie comes to the plate for Florida.
Yeah, McKenzie doing a nice job back there receiving for Christian Rodriguez in the first innings. See how he does here offensively as it just misses that one, fouls it straight back. Got 2370 on that spin, I believe, for Strickland, which, lends to why these guys aren't really squaring it up, or some swing and misses, as he's got a little bit of life through the zone. Probably a profile that, appears to be coming through there a little bit harder than it even is. And I mean, it's not like he's 85, he's 87, 89, and it's probably playing with quite a bit of life. So it's pretty interesting right-hander for Georgia as well. I mean, these are two of probably the better uncommitted players in the entire country. Again, we have most of the better uncommitted players in the country here, and it's really exciting to see them battle it out on one field.
All right, well, he will start McKenzie off with a walk, and now Dallas Dale comes to the plate. Jaden Harriel to follow.
And you talk about our, kind of our ranking process, and Dale is one of the top 10 players in the state, and again, just behind Rodriguez as the second top uncommitted player in Florida. And he's had a couple walks, hasn't had anything loud, hasn't really done too much here this week necessarily, but always a dangerous bat, as he is one of the top bats in the state of Florida.
Deal out of Mountain Dora Christian. Throw her to first and just keeping McKenzie honest.
I think we got a pinch runner for McKenzie over there.
Oh,
probably.
yeah, well, you got to get your catcher. Got his gear on. Got to bring out the guy who has the oven mitt.
Exactly. Good fastball there from Strickland on the outside corner. He's done a nice job working fastball slider for the most part. I don't believe I've seen a changeup. I rolled over to the second baseman. Gonna have a hard time getting to, but
yeah, well, take the one they can get and pitcher out, and so Jaden Harry will come to the plate with. Oh, excuse me, that's Darnell Parker.
Yeah, this is Darnell Parker. IMG Academy.
Parker's the 19th ranked shortstop in the class in Florida, 2023.
Yeah, he's really continued to trend upward. He's always been able to defend, but he's added some strength over the last year. The strength has really continued to propel him to be one of the top defenders in the state, and the offense is coming along. He's got a quality offensive profile. The hands are pretty quick as he gets swings through one there, but it's there is some things that he'll have to continue to improve upon offensively, but you can look at him and break it down in terms of the hand speed and some of the things that he does really well, lend to a pretty quality foundation and something that has an opportunity to play at a pretty high level.
An 0-2 count to Parker. One down here in the top of the second inning, still scoreless between Florida and Georgia. Shoots the 1-2 foul and back onto the field behind us.
I did a nice job, but keeping his hands back there with that breaking ball and fouling it off.
Another foul, and the quality of opponent that Parker gets quite frequently at IMG. I mean, you got to feel this kid's probably pretty much ready for anything you can throw at him.
Yeah. I mean, inter squads at IMG are pretty well attended by the scouting community, so you'd imagine that he has faced some pretty quality arms in his time there.
Oh, a great breaking ball for the strikeout.
And takes that one looking. You see, battled off a few there, but that's a good breaking ball there from Strickland. He's done a really good job mixing that fastball breaking ball combination. It appears like he might be throwing two different breaking balls, a more true curveball and more of a slider, but can't quite tell from up here.
Well, now it's Ryder Powell's turn, and Ryder Popple, excuse me. Ryder Popple had a great game in the first game that you and I broadcasted. Ended up getting the Dick's Player of the Game award for that one.
Yeah, he was 2 for 2 in his second game as well, so he's 4 for 4 on the future games right now. So see if he can continue his streak here as he's swung it really well this weekend. Also a football player up there at the FSU high school, Florida State University. There's a high school there on campus.
That's got to hurt if they lose a recruit, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so, right? You know, if they want somebody, they're sitting there on campus. It's you know, you'd probably like to make sure that they stay there.
Yeah, talk about defending your home turf.
Exactly.
Right, Popple shoots that one down left field, but it will be foul. He's 5'10", 190 pounds.
I believe he's a linebacker there as well.
I was going to guess.
They've been yelling protein at him in the dugout every time he swings the bat, so it's been given to him a little bit. He's a big, strong young man. Ran real well as well. I believe he was a 6'6" runner.
And he plays his travel ball for five-star national. I'll shoot that one to third base and makes a easy catch there to end the inning. So another scoreless frame there to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless between Florida and Georgia. Florida basket going, excuse me, at the top of the third inning. Oh,
bottom of the second. Yeah, we're headed to the bottom of the
second.
second.
You know, this scoreboard is driving me crazy.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, we'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. All right, Christian Rodriguez gets back to work here in the top of the bottom of the second inning, excuse me. In the PBR future games, 20 pitches for him through the first inning, a pretty impressive first inning for him. He'll face Ethan Sutton to start things off. Ethan out of Allatoona High School. Ethan, one of the
pretty firm.
Yeah, Ethan, one of the competitors for shortest drive to the event award.
Yeah. Got a couple of those guys, I'd imagine, right around here. Just filling it up early.
Christian's not wasting his opportunity here to go into attack mode. And that one will be foul.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the spin rate as well. You know, it's 91, 93, but he's spinning at 2,300. I mean, it's and from the data that, again, you talk about spin rate a little bit, and there's so many more metrics to this to create the full pitch profile. But, you know, when you just look at velocity and spin rate, there's a pretty good correlation. You know, as you throw harder, it's going to naturally spin more normally. I mean, again, there's the anomalies, which are what you're looking for to get the swing and misses or get the ground balls. But from the information that we've collected over the last 2 years, that 23, 2400 rate is elite spin rate for high schools. You get up to the 25, 2600 in the big leagues, but again, those guys are 25, 26 years old. They're grown men, and as they add strength, they naturally progress into that 25, 2600 elite spin. But for this age group, that 2300, 2400 spin rate is really in the top 5% of the country, if not better than that. So you start seeing that type of spin coupled with this velocity. That means, for the most part, from what we've seen, is that even though he throws hard now, there's a pretty good chance he's going to throw even harder as he continues to mature. So this is probably a young man you look in 2 years as a senior. He may be 95, 97, and continue to have the ability to tick up as he gets stronger.
How much is that accumulation of data and major what you guys do both easier and harder? Because is it, you look for a guy that's going to be able to make jumps in that, but when you've got them at a certain level at this age, you can get really excited about what you see now.
Yeah, it's all exciting in all honesty, because every time you gather more information, it creates a more clear picture. So as we compile information across the country on kids of all ages, we're able to see what those predictors are. Where are we going to look to be able to see how kids are going to progress? Because that's ultimately our goal, is to be able to highlight what kids do well. Is every kid going to throw 93 and have 2300 spin rate? No, almost no one is going to be able to. But what are those indicators of, hey, this is someone that may be 83, 85, and that induced vertical break, and these 2 or 3 different things coupled with how he throws, he may have a chance to get a ton of outs at the college level. He may have a chance to really impact someone. And we're talking over on this as Christian Rodriguez is just mowing down guys right now.
Well, that's you talk about lulls in a game. It can be a lull when a guy's mowing people down, and that's all he does?
I don't know. It's not much of a lull. Again, this isn't very difficult to scout. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's for real.
Like there's not a lot of rocket science behind watching a kid just locate 3 pitches for strikes at this age. Like he's going to be pretty good. Like you don't have to do too much to break that down. As that one's fouled off McKenzie, that never feels too good there, as that probably got right off the shin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all the scouts up here with us, I'm sure everyone's just wondering if there's a growth spurt still in there at 5'11".
Yeah, and that's one of those points where I think that it's kind of come back to where the numbers have really helped those 5'11", 6-foot guys, because you get the release height numbers and you get the induced vertical break numbers, and the guys that are 5'11", 6 foot get to a point down the mound where that pitch looks like it's coming at a different angle that they're not used to, and it's much more difficult to get on plane. So these guys, the Walker Buehler, man, a little early, still haven't finished the coffee.
That's right.
But that's kind of the type of comp you've got here, where you got a 5'11" guy with a strong lower half who gets a lot of swing and misses, because where he gets down the mound, it's really comfortable and easy extension for him. I'd really like to see the extension and induced vertical break numbers, but overall, you've got a guy that's getting swing and misses, likely because he gets down the mound to a release height that allows it to almost look like it's rising to the hitter. So the height factor is actually something, in my opinion, from what we've seen, not something that is a detriment as much as it might be an attribute, as that's a nice play there by Harriel. It's another 1, 2, 3 inning here, and we're going to head to the top of the 3rd inning, and we can continue to chat on some of the analytics as we go through it.
Yeah, Florida, Christian Rodriguez making it look easy so far. Continue here at the 2021 Future Games. We continue here at the 2021 feature game, still scoreless between Florida and Georgia. Cale Strickland will continue on the mound for Georgia. Florida's bats trying to get something started.
Yeah, you see a lot of different approaches here to the future games with some of these pitchers. We've got guys that will go 2 innings and 1 as Reeves grounds that one to short, fielded cleanly there by the shortstop, and 1 pitch and 1 out for Strickland. Yeah, I mean, I think the Florida and Georgia guys are fairly similar as they've accumulated a lot of innings at this point. So, you know, our guys, the guys like Christian Rodriguez, he's not going to come back with 1 day rest. You know, we're going to let him come here. He's going to get his 3 innings and he's going to be done. You know, I imagine Strickland is similar in some of those guys. Other guys are more apt to that relief role where they may throw on a Friday and a Sunday. So it's a matter of a balance of making sure that, you know, they're healthy and we're taking care of the arms, but also giving an opportunity to showcase here and showcase what they have, you know, as often as possible, right? If you get a chance to throw twice, it's better than once. It's just
right.
By being able to be seen more than once.
This is Robert Dimitri at the plate for Florida.
Dimitri was a Future Games participant last year as well. Really athletic defender. He was 94 across the diamond, big arm. The bat, there's a lot of power in there, and there is not necessarily a swing and miss, but he's continued to, again, another one of those guys, completely different setup and style than Parker, but overall a guy that has the opportunity to continue to elevate his status offensively. He's got the tools, he's got the foundation, and I think guys will be drawn to him because of the athleticism and the arm, how he can play defensively, and you see the bat speed, you see the body, you see a really solid foundation in terms of an offensive approach as he swings and misses there. But you're going to go, hey, man, he's going to continue to get better. And as those offensive tools click, he's got a chance to really be, you know, another impact guy. I mean, I really may be overstating it to an extent, but I feel like this team Florida and this team Georgia team, I mean, you've got probably 40 to 50 guys on this field. I'd imagine 70 or 80% of them, if not more, are Division I type players.
Another big talent show for both these states, and Jack McKinnon up to the plate, and he shoots that one down the right field, being for another Florida hit.
Another young man with a lot of upside. You know, McKinnon, that's his 2nd hit of the weekend. Really interesting left-handed bat. Swing plays pretty well. There's been some swing and miss at times, but a really interesting left-handed bat. And on the mound, he was 83-85. It's, again, a little bit unorthodox. The arm action is, you know, the takeaway is a little bit different, but again, a really live arm, 2-way guy who has a lot of potential. And that brings up Andrew Williamson, who has been, you know, one of my favorite standouts here just with the athleticism that he possesses. Overall, it's one of those where he's got a lot of quick twitch muscles in him and above average runner, really good defender in the outfield, and the swing plays. Gap-to-gap line drive guy. Going to put the barrel on the baseball, I'd imagine. I don't foresee him striking out too often, and guy that's going to get on base. So we'll see how Strickland can handle him with a runner on first and, you know, a hole over there. He's done a really nice job with runners on base here today.
It's always nice when you're right about a guy.
Well, you know, you say enough things.
Something's going to go right. Shoots that one to right field and camps underneath it for the out. So clean innings continuing here. Still scoreless. Florida head back out into the field, and Georgia bats to try to get something started as we continue here from LakePoint Sports. All right. Christian Rodriguez continues on the mound for Florida here at the PBR future games. This looks awfully impressive so far. 4 strikeouts, 1 hit. He's thrown 33 pitches.
Yeah, not much to critique on Mr. Rodriguez so far, as we got Justin Ruiz firing down a 2-0 here in between the innings. Coming in to catch. Ruiz has really stood out defensively for a number of guys, and I mean, a really athletic defender, can really catch and throw, receives well, gets into really good positions. A guy to watch here as you know, receiving 91, 93 is not necessarily the easiest task, and I imagine, especially from the center field view, you're going to get a really good look at a really good receiver, a guy that gets in really good positions and is a very simple, quiet receiver back there.
This is Reed Harvey up to the plate from Thomas County Central High School.
Another junior, another 2025 grad, it looks like, as well. Barrels that one up the right field, but going to be hauled in over there by Dale.
All right, so 1 down for Georgia, and we'll see Walker Barron. No, excuse me. Drew Burris.
Yeah,
Drew Burris. I mean, Drew Burris has been awfully impressive in this event so far. Drew, of course, from Houston County.
Yeah, he's a young man who has consistently hit for the last several years. I mean, it doesn't matter what stop, where he is, who he's facing. He has performed and put the barrel on the baseball consistently. He's not an overly large human, but gets the job done and actually, has pretty good power for the size.
5'9", 180. He's the top-ranked outfielder in Georgia in the class, 12th in the country.
Yeah, there's a lot to like. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, he's athletic enough. He's got a plus arm.
Pretty good matchup here. Yeah.
He doesn't like that one down the middle.
Nope.
No.
It's going to make him work for it.
Going to be on the corners, I guess.
He smiled after that one, though.
6 inches down the middle isn't where he wants to be, I guess.
Yeah, well, he'd rather be at first base. And that's where he'll.
Yeah, even Drew, I think, on that one was like, I'm not sure. I think I got away with one there.
All right, so we'll see Rustin Rigdon. Rustin from Metter High School, a public state champ here in Georgia this year.
Pull it off of that one a little bit as Rodriguez. It's a pretty good matchup here as well. I'd like to see if Burris takes off, see if they test the arm of Ruiz, who's, again, like I mentioned at the start of this, leaning a little bit there. Ruiz is one of those guys that has a chance to be a plus defender back there. It's pretty advanced. The catch and throw is really clean. You can see right there the ability to receive is quiet, simple, gets in really good positions. He doesn't leave himself in any position where he cannot do anything. He can't, where he can't block or receive or throw or back pick or do anything, as that one's just off the outside corner. But again, a very confident, comfortable receiver, and being a catching guy, I try to give my catchers some love.
Try to frame that one up. I would have conversations with Tyler Flowers, who considers himself kind of a pitch framing savant. He's talked to me about wanting to go around to different clubs and kind of teach that, and ultimately write a book on it. But I think a robotic strike zone might kind of take away his ability to do that. But you would talk to me about how you would try to position yourself where your shoulder would obstruct the view of the umpire, so you can try to get those extra strikes. So now the runner's runner goes, but he'll come back, and that's what you're trying to do, is steal away those extra strikes for the pitcher, and kind of had to kneel down with his body positioning.
Yeah, we actually talked about that with our younger guys the other day, where we have, wasn't calling a low pitch and how to position yourself to say, hey, look, if he's not calling it, block it off a little bit so he's, he doesn't have quite as good a view, and make it a little easier for him to call that pitch for you.
Another miss inside, and Rodriguez will walk back-to-back batters.
Yeah, he's not missing by much. A couple of those but they called them balls, so you know what that means? It means that's a ball.
That's right. All right, so Landon Stripling is going to be the next batter for Georgia. Landon out of Parkview, another state champ, 7A state champs here in the state. Parkview, just an absolute factory.
Yeah, they seem to pump out guys kind of like Stoneman Douglas and others in Florida. You hear some of these names pretty religiously on some of the top players or on draft days.
All right, so after a chat, Rodriguez going to get back to work here against Stripling.
A little pep talk from the former big leaguer Jesse Litch.
All right, we'll see how Rodriguez starts Stripling off. Up. Ball on the field. All right, so the 1-0 from Rodriguez. Big hack from Stripling there.
Yeah, evens the count, see if he can get himself a ground ball and get out of this little jam. Runner's going. Oh, that one leaks up on him.
Some hesitation.
Yeah,
to stay.
Didn't talked him up, you know. Give him an opportunity, but good catcher and does a nice job. That one just got away from him just a little bit. We got runners on second and third now.
See if Stripling can cash in here with these back-to-back walks for Georgia. Shoots that one to center field. Camps underneath it. Runner tags up and throw will not be in time. So Georgia gets on the board here and leads 4-1. Sacrifice fly for Landon Stripling.
Pretty good swing there by the left-handed hitter. Line drive to left. I think if lets that ball go, might have a chance. Get him there. Skip on this fast turf, but nonetheless got 2 outs, and Rodriguez looks to minimize the damage and keep it at 1.
Georgia gets back to work. Nolan shot to right field, skied underneath the second baseman, makes the catch and does minimize the damage, but Georgia takes a 1-0 lead with 3 here in the 2021 future games. Georgia leading Florida. We'll be back for more from LakePoint Sports. On to the top of the 4th inning as Florida and Georgia continue here the 2021 future games. A pitching change for Georgia will now see Parkview's Ford Thompson, the lefty, on the mound. Again, Parkview, another state champion out there.
Yeah, you got the 2025 back there catching. I didn't get the pop time in between, but the young man had a heck of an arm, so we should just see if he can get anybody on, see what that looks like. Swung on a miss by Sean Andrade.
Flips that one back foul. Thompson is the 2nd-ranked lefty in Georgia in the class of 2024. He's 23rd player overall.
Yeah, that's a pretty good arm here, 84, 85. A little life. Arm side run on it. Gets around that breaking ball.
Another 1-2 from Thompson. Another foul. Flicks behind the field behind us.
Yeah, we've driven some doubles on the field behind us.
That's right. Another foul from Andrade. All right, the 2-2 from Thompson. Misses high.
Three-two. See if Andrade can get something going for Florida, leading off, and that one was going to miss outside, and got a lead-off runner on as Georgia took the 1-0 lead there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Couple close calls, led to a few walks, and took advantage.
All right, so now Jaden Harriel will come in, see if he can build on that leadoff walk.
Just missed him. 87 there from the young left-hander. Pretty live arm.
Another miss.
Yeah, a lot to like with the arm talent here. I mean, a little bit going on where he's, having some trouble repeating, but a lot to like. Athletic frame, pretty clean arm action as Harriel swings through that good fastball at 84. 2 balls and 1 strike.
All right, the 2-1 from Thompson.
Ball misses just in, or right over the middle of the plate where those 6 inches over the middle, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, at least it's going both ways. That's
right.
all you ask is consistency, right?
Talk about the view being obstructed. It's obstructed for us as well.
Yep.
Flips that one foul. Again, Andrade on first after the leadoff walk. Georgia leading 1-0 here.
I'd like to see him go there, test the arm of the young man.
Great pitch inside to get the strikeout. So now Devin Fitzgerald, Stoneman Douglas. Try to capitalize on that walk with 1 down.
Got him! Move forward.
Get a chance to see the pickoff move. Again, I'd like to see Andrade take off here and test that strong arm of the rising freshman back there for Georgia.
Can't you signal to make them do it?
I probably could open one of these windows up and let them know. Unfortunately, this buzzer is not equipped with this press box isn't equipped with our buzzer. you know, to let them know what's coming.
That's right.
It does go, and that one's fouled straight back.
I don't believe we have bullpen phones installed here at LakePoint Sports.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Breaking ball catches the outside corner there. 2 strikes here.
All right, Thompson misses again on the 1-2. The runner going to take off, and throw is in time. Get Andre at second base for the second out.
Heck of an arm. Not the best of reads there by Andre, but heck of an arm by the young man. Showing it off. 2 outs now with 2 strikes.
All right, so Thompson now has 2 down in the inning. 2-2 is the count. And he punches him out, so that'll end the inning. Just a little run there from Georgia to get themselves out of that situation. So continue to lead 1-0 as we march on here at the 2021 Future Games. Back here at the 2021 Future Games, a pitching change for Florida as we continue. Peyton Prescott taking over for Christian Rodriguez. This is the second time we've seen Prescott so far during these Future Games.
Yeah, you know, he struggled the first inning as he against Carolinas, gave up a quick home run, then settled in with a 1-2-3 second, and not a guy that normally comes out of the bullpen. So, you know, I imagine that was a unique experience for him. Talked to him before the game, and he said, yeah, you know, it was something that he hasn't really done, and now had an opportunity to, you know, see what he needed to do to make sure he was ready to go out of the bullpen. And I imagine a good outing here from Prescott.
He's taking on Eric Guevara from Georgia Premier Academy. Eric is the 7th ranked shortstop in Georgia in 2023, 31st player overall. Fix that one foul.
Prescott attacking with that running fastball at, you know, 85, 86. Can work it up to, you know, 89. Will touch 90 on occasion. Mostly 86, 88, 85, 87 a day. That one is skied up. And Ruiz underneath it and hauls it in for out number 1.
There's Georgia again leading 1-0, and they'll try to continue something offensively here in this inning.
Yeah, been the game dominated by the pitcher so far, which we kind of expected.
That's
we
right.
knew that both teams were rolling out some pretty talented arms here today. So, the one run is scratched across there after a couple walks by Georgia, as that one is softly hit to the side.
Oh man, Eli Brown and it bounces over the shortstop as he slips on the turf.
It's unfortunate luck there by Dimitri, who had that one tracked pretty easily, it seemed like, but see if Prescott can get himself another ground ball and get out of it.
Kind of looked like angels in the outfield there for a second.
Yeah. More like devils in the infield.
All right, so this is Cade Brown up to the bat now. Another kid from that Parkview State champion team. Plays travel for Team Elite. He's the fourth-ranked third baseman in the state in 2024. 6'1", 175.
There's another chance for Dimitri. Does a heck of a job. That's a strong arm right there, and that's a heck of a play. He talked about his defensive ability early and his plus arm, and shows it off there as he plants his foot and lets one fire and one hop over there for out number 2.
Yeah, he had to go back to get that one going against his body to stop himself to make that throw.
Yeah, that's where 94 across the diamond's really helpful. You can take your time, plant your foot, and rip one at 94 into the turf. You're going to be all right.
So Zach Lyles up to the plate from Sonorville. Starts off with a foul back to the net. Zach 6'1", 180. A left-handed pitcher as well as an outfielder.
It's a good pitch right there from Prescott. Old change up down and away.
Yeah, after his unfortunate luck the other day, he had to watch that ball go over the shortstop and wonder if he was going to get any luck at all in this event. So and yeah, more bad luck for Prescott as that one gets through the first baseman and second baseman for another hit for Georgia. So they'll have runners in the corners here with one out. Not really sure what, maybe a little bit of a communication breakdown there.
Yeah, that was probably the second baseman's ball. Priest went chasing after that a little bit too far, probably, but see if Prescott can pick his teammates up. As unfortunate bounce slip from Dimitri for a hit and an error there. He's gotten a bunch of weak contact, and he gets another weak dribbler to third, and that's going to go foul. That's a good play there by Harriel. Well, if he was running, Georgia hitter didn't leave the box, so it might have been a smart play to try to grab that one fair, but roll it back here again. Prescott ahead, no balls and one strike.
All right, Garrett Garner from Franklin County trying to cash in for Georgia here with runners at the corner. The runner going to take off, going to be in at second.
And strike on the pitch. Got a heck of a jump there.
Garner, a 2023, the 10th ranked outfielder in the state. Try to cash in with 2 runners in scoring position for
That'll
Georgia.
do it.
Nope, not going to happen. So Georgia continues to lead 1-0. We'll roll on here at the 2021 Future Games. Our pitchers duel continues here at LakePoint Sports between Florida and Georgia in the 2021 Future Games. A 1-0 lead for Georgia. Parkview's Ford Thompson will continue on the mound. He had a pair of strikeouts over a 19-pitch inning.
Yeah, worked around a leadoff walk and able to minimize as Prescott looks to help himself out here at the plate. Takes that one for a ball.
Our misses again, so 2-0 to start off Prescott. Holds off, so 3-0. Going to give the kid a green light, 3-0 in an event like this?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, just be smart about it. And ball 4.
And smart enough.
So, hey, he took that one right down the
That's
middle.
right.
That he's not calling that one. It unlike that one's over the middle of the plate. We got the 4 inches on the outside and the 4 inches on the inside to work with. And the other 9 over the middle is not too friendly to either of these guys.
All right, so Justin Ruiz steps in. Prescott at first.
Yeah, there's that inside 4. Get that one. Still 85, 86.
Maybe we're at an angle.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the umpire, so it doesn't really matter what my opinion is. So I tell our guys all the time, you're not the umpire. Called it a strike, I guess it's a strike, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Probably should hit the one down the middle.
That's right.
Swung on and missed. Nice job settling back in there from the lefty. As probably got squeezed a little bit and lead off walk and gets himself a punchy.
All right, so now it's Gavin Thomas from the Masters Academy. Gavin, the 14th ranked outfielder in Florida in the state in 2023. Trying to make something happen here for a leadoff walk for Prescott.
Slider starting to land for a strike now.
Yeah, drops that one in for the strike. So 1-1 is the count. Flips that one to the shortstop, who makes the flip to second for the out. The throw at first not in time.
4-3-0 down the line for Gavin Thomas.
So there'll be 2 down for Florida here, trying to break through for their first run. Eric Correa steps to the plate.
Correa flied out to left his last at bat. Just another one of those guys that just missed Stanford. He just stayed off a guy's barrels pretty consistently. As now he's got a tough left-on-left matchup as continues to spin in those little slurvy sliders for strikes here this inning.
Ratchets it up on that one.
85. It's been pretty consistent at 85, 86 here in his 2 innings of work.
Oh, the run goes, but the throw hits Thompson on the hip. But he's smiling, so.
Looking at his young catcher saying, yeah, that one, he wore it pretty well there without much of a reaction and a little delayed dead leg.
He's okay. He's smiling. He's trying to laugh it off. Well, that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, not ideal. That'll leave a nice little mark.
Yep. And you get souvenirs here at the Future Games.
Yep. take some laces home with you.
The umpires, he knows what it feels like to get hit with a ball.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I think Thompson looks good to go, so that bat with Correa will continue.
Yeah, just fired off his best fastball of the day there.
Yep.
He said, shit, I'm going to let this one.
Just woke him up. All right, so 2-1 count, though now a runner at second with 2 down here for Florida, trailing 1-0. Maybe he'd get a little bit of a gift there after that incident, but nope.
No dice. Another walk there from the left-hander. This is off the plate and going to bring up Dylan Moquin, another left-on-left matchup here for the.
All right, we'll see how Thompson responds after getting hit and then a couple of walks.
Moquin's one of those young men who just appears to be due for a hit. He's been on time, on the barrel quite a bit. Hit a couple balls hard right at guys, and doesn't look phased by too much. Is really comfortable, has a good take on a slider, down and away.
Can't slip that breaking ball in there for a strike.
Yeah, now down the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Not the best place to be against a talented left-hander, a left-on-left matchup here. Probably looking for a fastball, something he can drive.
He gets that fastball, and that one is in for a strike. 84 on the scoreboard.
Misses down and away.
Well, we'll walk the bases loaded for J.D. Hay. This is probably not the guy you want to have up in this opportunity.
Yeah, this is he's been swinging the bat pretty well here this week, so see if he can get something done with 2 outs. I don't remember there being a second out. Get the ground ball. Strikeout somewhere? I don't believe so. Thought there was just 1 out.
Yeah, I believe there's just 1 out.
Had the ground ball from Gavin Thomas, fielder's choice.
Fitzgerald struck out looking.
Oh, okay. I thought that was last inning.
Oh, I think you're right. No, you are right. That was last inning. I think even our Pitch Aware app is a little behind.
I'm pretty sure there's 1 out. I have been wrong before. Probably will be again, but I feel pretty confident that there's 1 out.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's what we're going to go with.
All right.
And if there's not 1 out, I apologize.
That's right.
We're gonna go with the gut here and say that there's 1 out.
The players can't hear us, so.
Yeah.
Thompson kind of coming off the rails here. Nowhere to put J.D. Hay.
Missing up and away.
So 3-1 is the count. Hayes got him exactly where he wants him. We'll see what he can do with it.
Ooh.
Gets that one on the corner.
It's a good pitch. If there is 2 outs here, and they think it's rolling. They are rolling. So somebody thinks there's 2 outs. I'm not really sure. I guess we're
well, nonetheless, Florida walks in a run, so we've got things tied up here to 1-1. J.D. Hay works the count to get a walk, and Colin Priest now comes to the plate with the bases still loaded.
There's another young man. Him and Moquin both have been on top of balls all weekend. Slider misses off the plate.
You know, Priest is thinking one thing right here.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to go into those trees out there and right. Team Florida hasn't had a home run yet this weekend, so.
Well, this would be a great moment for Priest to deliver that for sure.
It's back into the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's going to maybe drop. No, that's going to carry.
She's down one to center field and camps underneath it to make the out. So Florida ties things up in 1-1 after a bases-loaded walk. And cash in there with the bases loaded to try to break things open, but continue here as things are square now between Florida and Georgia in the 2021 future games. Our action continues here at the 2021 Future Games, Georgia and Florida. All tied up now at 1-1. Pitching change for Florida as Isaiah Mamea steps in, taking over for Peyton Prescott. Christian Rodriguez, of course, is the starting pitcher for Florida today. And Colin Houck from Parkview will look to get things going for Georgia here in the top of the 5th inning. Excuse me, the bottom of the 5th inning. Florida tied things up with a bases loaded walk. And they missed there. Houck, 6'2", 185 pounds. Plays for 9th inning in the travel ball circuit and 4th ranked shortstop in Georgia in the class of 2023, the 21st player overall. A lot of Parkview, the 7A champion here in Georgia. A lot of those players making up this Georgia roster. And Houck going to start off with a walk. So Mamea, a bit of a rocky start here in his 2nd appearance of these future games. All right, we'll see if Georgia can capitalize with the leadoff walk. Again, already leading one, all tied up 1-1.
Got the 2025 up here from Georgia against Isaiah Mamea.
Well, after a leadoff walk, Mamea trying to find his rhythm here. Can't slip that in for a strike. Only gets an assist there.
Yeah, swung and missed. 83.6. Again, we talked about him the first time up, being a little bit more of a low spin guy, down in the zone, soft contact, ground ball type guy. So, in a good spot for him where he can get himself a weak ground ball, get 2 quick outs.
Cooper Johnson waiting on deck for Georgia.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he pulled the trigger at least enough to get that one down. So a strikeout from Mamea will have Georgia 1 down with Cooper Johnson coming to the plate.
Dangerous left-handed hitter, but again, it's a pretty good matchup for Mamea, guy that can didn't do that on purpose, but I probably would have started off with that as well, get a chance to move his feet. Now you open up the outside corner of that plate and give him opportunity to work a 2-seam, that low spin fastball down and away from him. It's a good swing there from
Johnson. Flips that foul.
Oh, we got pitchers getting hit by catchers left and right here today.
Apparently everybody was out late last night.
Yeah. A little rain, a little lightning, a little leaving at 1 a.m.
Spikes it. Runner will head into third and throw. It's not in time, so Georgia capitalizes on a miscue there as the ball hits to the backstop. So suddenly Cooper Johnson with an opportunity to give Georgia the lead again.
May will have to help himself out here. Looking for a punch out now with a runner at third base.
Johnson sends it foul to stay alive.
And he does get him.
There you go.
Nicely done there, picking himself up, spikes that one, gets away. Ruiz can't really find it right away, so runner heads up, gets a chance to get to third base, and Mamea helping himself out. Now with 2 outs, opportunity to keep the score tied at 1.
Ethan Sutton's from Altoona sends that one foul to right field, so chance to Georgia here to take the lead once again. Colin Houck advanced to third on a miscue from the Florida battery.
It's a good pitch there by Mamea, settling in here now.
Yep.
After that leadoff walk. Up to 87 on that one. He did. Check him. Wow.
All right, so Sutton held off enough to stay alive. Keep Georgia's chances going here.
Mm-hmm.
Flips that one past the pitcher to second base, makes the throw to first in time, so Florida gets out of that jam. Still tied up at 1-1 here at the 2021 Future Games for LakePoint Sports. pitching change for Georgia here in the top of the 6th inning of the 2021 future games. It's a Cody Soliday from Irwin County, the righty, 2023, 6 foot, 165 pounds, gets it up to 90 mile an hour on the fastball, down to 75 on the curve, so we'll see what he can do here against this Florida team. Christian Rodriguez, the pitcher, opening pitcher here today for Florida, going to get things started at the plate.
Yeah, see if he can help himself out with his first at bat. Now he's not the pitcher of record anymore, but give himself an opportunity here. He swung it pretty well this weekend as well.
Soliday not getting Rodriguez to go chasing. Well, that one, though, does drop in for a strike. I think Rodriguez is wondering where that was at when he was on the mound.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Team Florida looking to get things going. Again, trying to got some talented guys on Georgia as well, trying to, despite being the Florida executive director, trying to make sure we give all the guys the equal amount of love. So we got a lot of talent across the diamond here today as Rodriguez draws a walk, and that's going to bring up the talented Dallas Dale and see if he can get things going here as we've only got about 2 innings of play left.
All right, so Cody Soliday again from Irwin County on the mound and trying to find his rhythm here against this Florida team. Issuing a leadoff walk. Dale sends that one back foul. Another foul back from Dale.
Yeah, he's just not quite been on time this week. Into the summer a little bit, but and you can see the swing. It's right there. When he tends to spray the ball around pretty well and connect gap to gap. It's a lot to like from the athletic left-hander as it holds up there. Has a coin flip today.
All right, well, I'll get the punch out. Darnell W. Parker Jr. comes to the plate for Florida here, still trying to capitalize on that walk to Christian Rodriguez. Flinches away, but that one was a strike.
Yeah, catches the inside corner. Good pitch there from the right-hander.
Soliday misses the throw back to first.
Nice pick up there.
Rodriguez there.
That 20-25 catcher's done a really nice job back there all the way around. Way he moves around, catches, throws. Pretty athletic. Hands work, really active. Kept the pitcher awake, went to throw down to second, you know. One smoked.
Yeah, shoots that one past the third baseman to the left, and Rodriguez will hold at second. So runners at first and second as the inning continues for Florida. Ryder Popple will try to cash in.
Well, for the Florida boys, this is the guy we won up. He's 4 for 5 as he flared one little soft ground ball to the third baseman in his first at bat, but was 4 for 4 coming into the day. I think he has 4 or 5 RBIs, so he's really swung the bat well here this week. Fouls that one off his foot. Down the count, no balls and 1 strike.
Cody Soliday trying to get him something going here for Georgia on the mound. He's struggled so far in this appearance. Gets Popple to swing through for a strike.
No balls and 2 strikes. I believe there's 1 out. Dallas Dale strikeout being the first one.
All right, the same pitch to Popple and swung straight through that one again. So 2 down now for Florida here in this inning. Cody Soliday with a pair of strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, he kept going back to one that worked. A really good back foot slider there. He got a good feel for it, throwing it at 2,500 spin rate, 76 miles an hour. I mean, that's a pretty hard late breaking slider. That's a tough pitch to throw to that back foot of a left-hander. So kudos to him. That one's hit hard to short, fielded cleanly though. So that'll do it.
Yeah, so Georgia unable to capitalize. Florida unable to capitalize. Excuse me. It's continued to be tied up here, 1-1 at the 21 future games. IMG Academy's Hunter Baines on the mound for Florida and Georgia, trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 1-1 game between Florida and Georgia in the 2021 future games. Cory McCartney and PBR Florida's Doug Freeman continuing here. Andrew Dunford coming to the plate for Georgia.
Yeah, the big right-hander. It's one of the only ones to do anything against Christian Rodriguez. Drove the 91-mile-an-hour fastball to right field for a base hit.
All right, waste no time there, sending that one deep into center. Backtracks and makes the play for the first out.
Yeah, not with Williamson out there. That's a young man who's got a chance to be a plus defender out there in center, can stick up the middle. Again, he's been a big standout for Team Florida. 6'6" runner, a lot of athleticism out there, can track it down, the bat plays. I mean, there's a lot to like from Williamson.
Tell us a little bit about Hunter Baines.
Hunter Baines is someone that I haven't gotten too many looks at. Should be, in the upper 80s, low 90s. He's running up to 93. Athletic right-hander with some tilt on it. Works down through the zone. We don't have any TrackMan numbers on this right now, so we're flying blind. There we go, 90-mile-an-hour fastball there from Baines. So, another big arm from Team Florida. A little bit different body type, more of the traditional 6'2", 180, I believe. That's off the top of my head on terms of height, weight, but high three-quarter downhill type arm action. Pretty clean, easy, a little bit more effort and intensity, a little bit slower tempo than Rodriguez, but both equally as effective so far.
Taking on Reed Harvey from Thomas County Central.
And you got to see a 24.94 on that 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Harvey shoots that one straight up, and the first baseman runs underneath to make the second out.
91.6, so Yeah, I mean, he's sitting 91, 92 here basically. And he's been up to 93. Again, more of a downhill life as opposed to, this is that traditional 6'2", working downhill, downplane, as opposed to Rodriguez, who's really getting down the mountains, more of a induced vertical break, rising type one. This is downhill and just, more difficult to square up in terms of how it's coming and attacking the hitters. But, again, equally as effective as the young catcher. What's this young man's name? Because I need to give him a shout-out for how well he's played here today.
Well, this is Walker Barron.
So, yeah, he's caught one heck of a game. He's been on time. He was on time with Rodriguez, flied one out to right. He just fouls that one off there. I mean, there's a lot to like from this young 25 out of Georgia. Swung on and missed there, but again, that's not shying away from 90-91.
Drew Burris waiting on deck for Georgia. The inning continues.
Bounces that one in there.
And 1-2 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 1-1 game. Flips that one into left, but underneath it to make the out. So a nice inning there from Hunter Baines as we continue to be squared up here 1-1 in the 2021 future games. We'll be back with more from LakePoint Sports. going to get a look at Jeffrey Hauer for Georgia on the mound here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 game between Georgia and Florida. Hauer homeschooled here in Georgia, 6'4", 220-pound righty.
Yeah, a big, strong boy. There's no doubt about that.
Big swing and a miss there. 89 on the scoreboard for strike one.
Yeah, that comes out pretty well. Looks like it's got a little bit of heaviness to it. Uh, 89, 90. One of those ones that looks like he's throwing a bowling ball.
Yeah. Hauer is in attack mode for sure.
Out there with his nose stuffed. It looks like maybe got a nosebleed right before we got going.
Yep. A bit of a delay between innings. No, whatever they gave me, it's working.
Yeah, it is. A few too many smelling salts there. Got the nose bleeding, I guess. Getting amped up. Two balls and two strikes.
I remember Goldberg used to smack his forehead against the lockers. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bashing his head.
Smacked it against a pole. The pole will win.
That's right. I saw the breaking ball there, but that one driven sky high, and shortstop goes a long way to get it for the first out.
I'll bring up Jack McKinnon, who had a line drive single, 100-mile-an-hour exit velocity off the bat, his first at bat.
All right, so one down for Jeffrey Hauer. Hauer misses at 89 for ball one.
A little soft blooper there to third. Going to be a tough play. It is.
Can't make it, so Florida in business here with one down in the top of the 7th.
A little backspin lawn dart right there.
All right, Andrew Williamson. See if he can build on that for Florida.
Yeah, let's see if the young man can come through with something. Talking him up here all day. He's tracked one down nicely in center field last inning and gets up with a chance to give Florida a lead with a ball in the gap.
Ooh. Gets him flinching away for ball one.
A little chin music there.
Flips that one back foul.
Turns on that one. Well, foul though. Puts him down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
All right, the 1-2 from Hauer. Now misses up on that one. I don't think I've ever seen a kid pitch with something shoved up his nose for a nosebleed. This is a gamer right here.
I know.
Wasn't going to shy away from his moment.
No, this was his inning to pitch. He was pitching it regardless. It did not matter, nosebleed or not. We're going it. Coming out here firing too. Swung on, foul ball. Not entirely sure if that was a foul ball. I think that might have been a swing and a miss. It hit off his foot there,
yeah,
but
that was a pretty pitch. It crossed the catcher up for sure.
Take it, I suppose. See if he goes right back to it or goes that fastball. Goes the fastball, that's going to get down.
Yep. Williamson drops that one in front of the left fielder. So runners advance. So first and second now for Florida here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, they've had runners in scoring position, but the Georgia Arms has done a nice job minimizing any damage and, getting anything going for Florida. They've, really changed speeds well, worked around a few walks, have, attacked these Florida hitters, kept them off balance, and really done a nice job.
Well, Sean Andrade will see if he can build on this. One down, Florida trying to take the lead here. Holds off and breaking ball that just missed.
Yeah. I don't know about that either. Andre, that may be the best pitch he gets to hit all this whole at bat. The way right-hander from Georgia's been firing in 88 to 90-mile-an-hour fastballs down the zone. That one's fouled straight back.
Again, runners at first and second. We're all tied up 1-1, Florida and Georgia. Andre's going to step out. Howard fires and
misses inside there. Get behind in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Shoots that one to second base, would make the flip to second, back to first,
Safe.
Get the double play. Oh, a collision at home plate. Gets the out. So could have ended it with a double play at first, but instead they ended with a little bit more exciting play at home plate there. Fantastic tag there to make the final out. So Florida unable to capitalize. We're still tied up 1-1 going to the bottom of the 7th here of the 2021 Future Games from LakePoint Sports. It's the bottom of the 7th here, all tied up still 1-1, Florida and Georgia at the 2021 Future Games. Cory, McCartney, and PBR Florida's Doug Freeman with you, and we're going to have Drew Burris to bat for Georgia here. Hunter Baines continues on the mound for Florida.
A dangerous hitter here to lead it off for Georgia, trying to walk it off here in the 7th inning. It's a good breaking ball there from Baines to get it going.
Pitch. Burris, who has had a very strong Future Game so far. See if he can get things going for Georgia here in the top of this inning.
It's a good pitch again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's locating really well right there. That's not much Burris can do with either of those pitches. Those are 2 quality takes on 2 quality pitches. So see what Baines comes up with 0-2.
Baines misses badly on that one, got away from him a little bit.
Comes up with his 93-mile-an-hour fastball. He said, I'm going to hit the bull. If you're going to hit the back of the net about 10 feet up, you better have your best fastball of the day. I'll tell you that much.
Took advantage. Misses again to make it 2-2. Got to be wondering what in the world's coming now.
Yeah, I mean, either two perfectly located pitches, a slider backed up with a changeup on his back foot, and then a 93-mile-an-hour fastball off the net and a slider down and away. And we go fastball down
the middle, but that pitch all day long has been a ball.
It has. I mean, it's been consistent, so maybe down there. I can't quite tell. We can't tell from here. It might be down.
Shoots that one sky high to left, and third baseman going to backtrack enough to make that play. So Drew Burris goes down for the first out.
Just missed that one, man. He skied that one. That ball's just up enough to where he couldn't quite stay behind it to drive it with any sort of distance, but man, he drove it straight up in the air.
All right, now it's Rustin Rigdon's turn with one down.
Rigdon swung well today as well. There it is again.
Yeah, shoots that one into center field.
And he looks comfortable. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Brown's first, but he'll backtrack for a one-out single for Georgia.
He has looked very, very comfortable there offensively. If he didn't jump on the first pitch, it might have been the second pitch. He's maybe seen 3 pitches and 2 at-bats with a pair of singles. That's an impressive left-handed bat there from the Georgia squad.
All right, so now Landon Stripling with one down.
Baines misses up for a ball. Georgia has the winning run on first base. That one's going to be skied to left, and Andrade's going to camp underneath it again and haul it in for out number 2. Good changeup there from Baines, as he's really mixed in 3 pitches as well for strikes. As despite the 93 off the back of the net, he's been around the zone really consistently, mixed in a quality curveball as well as that changeup, which he's thrown to right and left-handed hitters, and has done a really nice job here for Team Florida.
All right, well, 2 down, and Georgia trying to get a little bit of magic here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 game. Missed there.
It's a good pitch there from Baines. That one's misses somewhere. I want to give these umpires a hard time. They've done a great job this week.
Now the runner goes and throw not in time, so now in scoring position for Georgia. Try to walk this one off.
I think that one was called a strike as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1-0 I had there on Justin Ruiz in game pop. Nice jump there from the Georgia left-handed hitter who swung really well today. Oh, it's 2 balls and no strikes. He called that one a ball as well.
That one was definitely a ball.
Correct.
So 3-1. Two down, runner at second for Georgia. Bottom of the 7th.
Runner goes. Yeah. Good call strike there. And winning run 90 feet away.
All right.
3 balls and 1 strike. See what Baines can do with the runner at third base. 2 outs. Fouled off.
That one foul, so the bat continues.
3-2. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th.
It all comes down.
Chance to win the game for your team. This is what you want to dream up in front of several hundred coaches here at LakePoint. PBR Future Games.
That's right.
Their last game.
Us talking about them.
All right, live broadcast going on. Who's going to get the better of who? That one's going to get foul. And we're going to have another one.
Yep.
Can't ask for much better game than this, Cory. I know we talked about it before, how how much this game, a lot of guys were anticipating it. There's a lot of talent. Georgia has put up a ton of runs the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Florida, has scored about 15 runs as well. So a lot of offense, and it's been minimized by quite a few good arms here today.
Shoots that one to deep center. Make the out. So
But just as the day's been, I think that's going to be it unless they want to go back out. So unfortunately, as much as we'd like to find a winner here
all
today,
right, well, we're not going to have one.
We're
all winners.
Yeah,
we're all winners at LakePoint Sports and here at the future game. So
well, these guys, the players are really the true winners here because these guys both teams really showed well in front of a lot of guys that are looking to see who's going to be the guy to step up or who wants to make an impact at the next level. So a lot of guys really helped themselves this weekend. And Cory, thanks so much for having me on. Hopefully the Georgia contingent was able to show them enough love and a lot of talent here today.
Yeah, well, Doug, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Plenty more action going on here at LakePoint Sports. Appreciate everybody joining us. Thanks, and enjoy all the baseball here at the Baseball Village. Thank you guys so much.